On the set is the Deputy Managing Director of the National Social Security Fund, Madam Geraldine Ssali. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well,
you're welcome.
She is responding to some of the issues that were raised yesterday by the workers' representative to Parliament, Honorable Kajara Anaitwe, and the President General of the National Organization of Trade Union, Asha Wilson Owere, regarding the investments that were made, the alleged investment that were made by NSSF worth 50 billion shillings in a housing finance bank. Well, Madam, what's your take about these allegations that were made?
There is no such investment that has been made. We have called it the off-taker concept, and it was launched on the 2nd and 3rd of July in Serena by Housing Finance Bank with all the other stakeholders in conjunction with NSSF. And what we are trying to do is to offer our members a solution, a concept that will say you can actually own a house in Uganda without breaking the law, because under the UBRA Act, NSSF is required to adhere to. You cannot lend directly or indirectly. So we came up with this concept and we called it the off-taker concept, and we allocated 50 billion worth of a bank guarantee. It means that the whole investment proposal is still in concept, and we are actually trying to perfect it by engaging most of our stakeholders and members. So no money has changed hands, because it is really going to be a bank guarantee. So even if the Auditor General comes in today and checks, they will not find money that has changed hands without board approval. We can assure them of that, and we can assure them to continue supporting us, because we are always trying to do the right thing in protecting members' money. And even if there was any transaction made, it has to be made within the investment guidelines that have already been approved by the UBRA Act and also the outgoing board. So there is no such thing as investments that have gone.
It's still a concept subject to further discussions?
It's still a concept actually subject to who is going to show interest, because we have got very many interested parties. We don't even know whether the 40 billion is sufficient or not. But we have got so many people interested in the concept. And for us, it gives us value for money, because NSSF has always failed to successfully do a timely procurement to build houses.
The Ministry of Finance has denied them representation to the board. But we know it may not be your question as NSSF to answer, but I think that you may have some little knowledge about it.
Okay, I think that, of course, as you say, the ministry is the best place to answer this. But what I know for sure is that the minister said he's continuing to consult on the composition of the board. And so far he has managed to get at least 6 members. And he is still waiting and going through the consultation for more members to come forward or be brought forward by the union workers. That's what I understand. He has also written to them, and their positions are still available for them to take. So my understanding is that eventually we shall get a fully legally constituted board with all the members. Once the union workers bring forward their names and they go through the regulatory authority, I'm sure the minister will be able to conclude.
Most of their members, the name that they had proposed to the minister, they were reversed. They were thrown out on grounds that most of the members did not have the qualifications required to sit on the board. Yet these are some of the members who were on the board the previous term.
The UBRA Act, I think, introduced what the regulator would do in their mandate to check the fit and proper members that can sit on the board. What I understand is that, for example, we might need lawyers or financial managers, but then you might bring us engineers instead. So I think they check the suitability of each member. But it's not for me to say, because you know why? There has been nothing documented for now. There has been nothing that has been sent to us in writing to say that so-and-so has been disqualified on these grounds.
Where does this kind of dilemma that is playing between the board, the composition of the board, where does it leave NSSF in terms of decision-making regarding investments?
Well, the good thing is that we already have an investments policy and guidelines already approved by the UBRA. So for us, while we have got no board in place, we already have the mandate to take the soft decisions. For example, on fixed income, we already have that approved in place already. So there is no new decision that is being taken at the moment. And business is not really crippled as such, because all the big concepts to do with policy and policy making have already been undertaken and approved. So we are operating in a fully policized environment. The only thing I could say is that if there's anything big that we need to make, any decision, we just go to the minister and seek his approval, and still within the mandate of the minister, within the NSSF Act and within the UBRA Act.
Well, as we come to the end of this interactive news segment, NSSF responding to members of the National Organization of Trade Union, what would be your last statement in terms of laying fears to many stakeholders within NSSF, including the people who are saving money with NSSF?
Our members and all our stakeholders should continue to support us and understand that we have not really misappropriated any funds during this time. But we also want the minister to conclude on the matter so that the fund can actually run fully. And I'm sure in his consultation, I trust that he's doing exactly that. I'm sure he's going to continue to engage the union workers in good spirit. And, for the good of our fund, the union workers, the minister, and all the other stakeholders should come together and we conclude the matter amicably.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Me.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.